right, to check. I'm now 2 minutes past 8 o'clock. Now, what in time they talk? I've been promise you, say on how the 8 o'clock knock on the other side of 8 o'clock, we'll go switch gear, enter in some of the big talk on top Super Citizen at Sunrise. They call me the Chief Priest, Citizen FM 93.7 for Abuja. Now, there you there. We check matters and we try to make sense of the matters. Then we sub. We don't come up body from where newspapers day, but you know, say some of the matters we did in newspaper. Even if you come up body, themselves they no go agree come up body because the matter we deal with us on ground. Now be this one because the election season where we dey, and for inside of election season, many things they happen like campaigns. All right, if you don't follow up from Edo State to Kogi State to Asaba Delta State to Lagos to Adamawa, Zamfara, different parts of the country, different political parties. Don't they carry their political train, their campaign train, their rallies? They go to different states. They try to sell their market. They try to sell themselves, the candidature or the candidates them, try to sell them to the people. Okay, for those places where they go. Now, some of those places where we go, now from there, we they hear some kind of punchline, some kind of word where they drop for there. Now, but if you check those campaigns, now somebody go talk say normally campaigns, the manifestos and waiting the people go do. Now they supposed to share during campaigns, during rallies. Now waiting they go tell you, say, Omo, this is this and this and this. Now waiting I go do for you. I go do ABC, I go do EFG for you when I enter office. Now waiting they happen for campaigns, or now waiting supposed really happen for campaigns. You're supposed to sell the manifestos of the people of the party and the candidates to the people and the solutions. Now, but we don't they follow campaigns, we don't they hear different talks for different campaigns across the country. Now, check I'm going reach today. Less than 20 days, in fact, less than 19 days to elections, general elections. We don't hear many of the candidates them they talk for different campaigns for different side of the country. Now, but one thing we want to know, or one thing we want to analyze this morning, we want to check this morning. If you see what in the occur for the country, people they talk about fuel scarcity, although say for many parts of the country, the queues don't they disappear. People they talk about naira crunch to get money, to get their naira, although say for some places, well, it is easier for some people past some other people. But last, these are the two key things where they hot for people chest now. Don't forget, say things like census will still happen later this year. Don't forget, say other matters still the ground. But if you check all these issues where people they deal with, the challenges where Nigerians they face, you can't check them, place them side by side. The message, the campaign messages where you they hear, I want make we reason them together, make we make sense out of them. The campaigns them, the manifestos them, the rallies them. Make we place them side by side, the challenges where they on ground. Make we know whether the campaigns they talk to the problems. They address the challenges. All right, I get somebody very gallant, senior journalist when it be, and a sabi man in head they pop well. Things on things they inside of his head. That means when in the talk you get things to talk, and then go help us. We go put them out on top of this matter. Make we analyze the campaigns, the rallies, and the manifestos. Place them side by side. The peculiar problems where they on ground. Make we know whether the campaigns them. Then they all go well, then they go well. I get Dr. Kasim Akireti for Inside of the House this morning. Dr. Kasim, welcome again. All right, so sharp. Dr. Kasim, yes. So welcome on board. Welcome again as you take the B. So quickly, Dr. Kasim, campaigns. Make we even start from campaign, gone, because now campaign season be this. When they talk about campaign, they talk about rallies. When they talk about manifestos, make we start with that one. What will be the important partners? What will be the essence of these things during election? We know say primarily not to sell markets, but expand on them so that from there we will start to understand more and more. What will be the essence of campaigns during elections? Quickly.
Well, campaign is one of the features of democracy.
Yes,
which is contesting for an election. And for you to contest for an election, you must engage in campaigns after you have been nominated as a candidate of your political party. Now, campaigns also means that it's an opportunity for you to talk to the people about what your programs will be if you win an election. And so that is how it will percolate down. And your manifestos is also an integral part of the entire program that you want to do, that you want to manifest, that you want to bring to reality, so that you can make life much more easier for the people. So when we talk about dividend of democracy, it's ingrained, is within the manifesto of a political party. But the team say here in Nigeria, we don't take campaigns seriously.
Why?
Because
why so?
No, because what we do in campaigns is just about jamboree. We'll go there to sing, we'll go there to dance, we'll go there to start talking about issues that even at campaigns ordinarily too. With some of those candidates do talk about certain aspects of the manifesto. But they are not giving too much emphasis. They are not laying much emphasis into this particular aspect of the manifesto at campaigns, because they even have a very short time now. But unfortunately, but the reality is that this time around, there is even more time for them to campaign, very, very well. But the reality is that there are so many extraneous factors that are really affecting these campaign issues. What is important today is that we can see that the candidates are talking about some of these issues. They are talking about how they want to develop agriculture, how they want to promote the economy. They are talking about how they are going to give people a social welfare. They are also talking about education. They are talking about general infrastructural development. So it's not as if they are not saying anything about their manifestos during the campaigns, but there are too much emphasis for fanfare. That is just a major challenge. That is a major concern. So the moment they can be able to talk to their manifestos at campaigns, that would be good for all of us. But you see, the reality, as we know now, is that people on their own also enjoy this the fanfare aspects. And that's why you see most of political parties employing the services of those in the entertainment industry. And the essence is also to spice up that, so that it's not going to become talk.
Yeah. So they're totally bad to engage the artists and the entertainers.
It really is not too. But but that one is that we are now giving much emphasis
on entertainment and jamboree
than talking about the main issues which are part of the party manifestos. So when they do speak 1, 2, or 3 sentences, 1 and 5, and then they move on.
Now, we look at the genuineness, because if you talk about campaigns from day one, all these things where you don't mention. 2019, they campaign about economy. 2019, they campaign with security. Before 2019, 2015, they campaign with security, they campaign with economy. Everybody will contest. They could tell you they go fix this, they go fix that, they go fix this. Now, this is now 2023. We hear some of those same things where people campaign with in the previous elections. Now, this brings to the question of, say, genuineness of campaigns and the messages and the promises, So when you talk to people now, they more interested or more carried away with the jamboree. Maybe because of, say, people, they feel like now same, now the same. How you see them?
It should not be ordinarily.
Yes.
Because if you really understand how party politics works, I keep on saying that understanding the principles and the ethos of democracy is still a challenge to us in the third world countries, but more importantly in Nigeria. Now, political parties come with ideas, with programs they want to execute. And one thing about even about governance is that it's also a work in progress. No one can finish a job of governance. So it's a continuum. There is nobody who. It is clear that the present government has addressed the issue of the economy.
Yes.
They are addressing the issue of security. They also addressing the issue of infrastructure development. But the point is that they can't finish the job at once. And that is why continuity is very, very important. Look, a very good case is a scenario is what we have in Lagos State. You could see that continually, because the party have been in power, you can see steady progress in programs and policies of the political party. Now, in Lagos today, because of what have been laid down on transportation, successive governments have been able to build on the blueprint on transportation system in Lagos, which is what we call a tripartite arrangement where the land, the sea, and then the railway works. And so we are seeing this coming into fruition.
Tripartite, like tripod.
So that is it. So and when you have this this kind of arrangement, what it portends is that once you have a continuity on certain programs, on execution of programs, it will better for all of us. So that is why I find there's no way we can dismiss, outrightly effort of government, of government in power, or political party in power, to enunciate, to try to articulate and then achieve the objectives of their party manifestos. It's extremely important. So nobody can claim today that there is no infrastructure development. There are. Virtually in every street, every state, you find one kind of infrastructure development or the other going on. But the point is, because of the vastness of Nigeria, because the nature of our governance all the while, that is why for me, for anybody coming in, it should take a look at where are we? Where are we supposed to be? So what is on ground to define, to shape where we need to be? So they now take off from that. And that's one thing you can give to the government of President Muhammadu Buhari. It was focused on infrastructural development. And we can see, we can see the perspective, but they can see. Right. And it was also focused on how they develop the economy. But unfortunately, the global challenges of economy is there that we must understand. There are headwinds everywhere. And we also have the challenge of the COVID. So these are the things that are coming at a point in which obstructed, the economic pathways. These are the issues we must understand. However, the way we look at it. So, and because there's no way, but what's important for citizens is to also see how we are now measuring. We are monitoring some of the developments because so that we can make government accountable on their promises. That is extremely important.
Now, but you talk something very solid. You talk about continuity.
Yes.
When you talk, because we'll get some other things we'll touch, but make we come back to that word when you talk about continuity. Say when continuity day, it will ensure longevity, like things when they say government they do. If the government continue, the government will continue to do those things.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, but that one I like the advantage. But continuity no get any downside, any disadvantage, because some people go talk say we don't try this government, successive government. How about we try another option so that we could see another side where we never see that? You know, reason I'm like that.
No, what is in democracy is a right of a citizen to choose their leaders and to choose political parties of their choice. That is the essence of democracy.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm emphasizing is that we citizens must know what we want and how to get it in a democratic, in line with democratic ethos. That is one of the things I'm trying to stress.
Okay.
So that is why I keep repeating that. Look, for every government, I keep saying there's a point to say, this government, nothing has been happening. No. If you see the successes recorded by this government, there's a book on it, which were given to journalists, and that's why I've challenged our colleagues. Can we go through some of these projects? Are they real? If they are real, let us talk to the people that these things are there.
Okay.
Nobody can deny the second Niger bridge, isn't it? Okay. Nobody can deny the rail line in Lagos.
But second Niger
nobody
bridge.
Can. Yes.
But many people will talk say actually it starts from Goodluck Jonathan.
But it is completed.
PDP.
You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That any party, political party whatsoever, what is important is the needs of the people, satisfying the needs of the people. Now, a political party started second Niger bridge.
Yes.
Another political party is completing it. What is the value addition to the people? That is what matters.
That's what matters.
It's not a question about which political party has been able to achieve it. What is important to know is that at the end of the day, what is the benefit of the people?
Yeah. All right. So because it means a continuity, if it still happen with gas be from one political parties.
Sure. If you look at the rail line,
Yes.
from Abuja to Kaduna, look at from Itakpe to Warri. I mean, those that have been able to ride on that train, obviously they're happy, they're satisfied, irrespective of some of the challenges we have been having with it. It's an improvement, and you can see there's also under east-west, the east-west road, because that's the under construction now. You can also see, again, the rail line that will move from Port Harcourt, down to Maiduguri. So that's a work in progress. And that's why people understand that element of democracy is not a thing you are going to success of democracy is not something you are going to achieve overnight. It will take some years. What is important for us to have good leaders, visionary leaders, who can propel the hopes and aspirations of the people. That's exactly what we want in Nigeria. And that's the right of the people to choose those they feel will be able to actualize these dreams for a better Nigeria.
All right, so make we see the check and the go, because we talk about these campaigns and the rallies and now I don't know whether, because we don't follow them, we don't listen to all of the political parties, about 18 of them, but we get some when it be said they louder and more in the faces of people than others.
Absolutely.
Now, and most of them, we they hear what in they talk, we they see what in they do. I don't know whether you see them from your angle or from where you stand or your position. You see them say some of these political campaigns from different political parties, whether then they address pressing concerns. Yeah, I don't hear what you talk about the infrastructure and some of the things and all that, but you get pressing concerns with Nigerians they face, like fuel scarcity, like a naira crunch, like okay, we don't come out, people don't PVC and all that. People they complain about PVC and all of that. Now, all of these pressing concerns inside the campaigns where you don't follow, you feel say the campaigns they address these issues.
Yes, they are talking about it, and they're even issuing statement about it, and that's why you find that even some political parties are saying, no, we are going to boycott the election if the naira design is extended. That is their choice. But the reality on the ground is that some of these are their fringe political parties. The four big political parties that really in the race now.
They are constitutionally recognized.
Absolutely.
Political parties.
Yes, they are, and they have presidential candidates.
Yes, they have candidates.
Let their own presidential candidate talk about some of these issues too. It's not about you say you are going to boycott election because of extension of naira design, the new note swap. For me, I don't think that's the way to go. If you're a Democrat and you believe in the rule of law, and you also believe that there's a right to express yourself, there's also a right of reply. Go into that election and let people choose whoever they want. So nobody. It's also my own opinion that we cannot afford to stampede the process. Let everybody work towards the process of this transition. It's very, very important. The four political parties who are extremely in the race now, the front runners, they know what they want, and they are talking to they are speaking to the issues. However little it might be, but they are talking about it. None of them, of leading presidential candidates, none of them is telling that he's not concerned about the issue of currency, about the issue of currency. Or none of them will say they are not concerned about the issue of the fuel scarcity. Or one of them that are not talking about the economy. So they are talking about it. And you see, and each one of them has his own strong areas of advantage. One way or the other they are looking at. And so when they are looking at their numbers, but they also have to believe that it's the people that will give them these numbers. So if you are not talking about the needs of the people, so how well do you want to get their votes? And that's why you find that one of those candidates was saying, look, whatever it takes, you enjoy everybody, let us all walk to the polling booth and let us all vote. Right. Okay, the other one was saying, no, well, let that be a little extension. Now, but it's always saying that, no, it should not be extended again. But another one is saying, no, let us go the whole hog, let us find a way how we are going to resolve this. So that is in their fault. That is their fault. Within their force to talk about it. But the reality will dawn on everyone by February 25. If actually, which of those candidates do we believe in that will propel Nigeria to greatness? which of these candidates that we believe in obviously will give us what we want. Which of these candidates will add value to the lives of Nigerians? So Nigerians have a choice to choose on February 25th who is going to lead them. So I keep saying to everyone, for democracy to survive, we need the support of everyone, this cooperation of everyone, this understanding of everyone, that the power you have as a citizen is the power to vote and choose the right people that you believe will lead you.
All right, the power you get as citizen and the power to vote and choose who go lead you. We go open the phone lines shortly, but Dr. Kasim go still put mouth on top one or two things here as we go ahead. We go open the phone lines, make we hear from you too, because we they like to talk alone, so that you self go tell us some of the things where you feel and make you put mouth. The numbers there 0903 22 29 797. We get 0818 22 22 205. We still get 0808 22 22 037. All the numbers where we fit to take talk based on one or two as it be to take a check of some of these things where they happen. Now, Dr. Kasim, from what you hear now, some of the issues, for instance, ASU strike matter day, many of this matter day.
Yeah, you're also talking about it.
Yes, you try tell us now, say based on what you don't observe as an observer where you be, some of these political campaigns they address directly the answers to these questions.
You see, the point is, even aside from campaigns,
yes,
what they call town hall meetings,
okay.
And where you segment, the society, you stratify them into various groups, segments, and you segment and you go and address them about their concerns. That I think is another way out of getting across to the people who are talking about their party manifestos, and it's obviously it's working.
All right.
The women group are doing it.
Yes.
The men group are doing it. The support groups all over are also doing that.
Hello, somebody there.
Hello, this is Akerele calling back again.
Akerele, morning. Welcome back. Quickly.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, quickly.
You see, our analyst this morning has tried to touch some areas, some key area. You see, if something you are doing is not good for people, or that has no any effect on people, people will not struggle to sabotage what you are doing. That is one key thing that people don't know in Nigeria. And just to run around like that, it is the people that feel all the impact of what you are doing that will vote for you. Because as people are just running up and down telling us a story or something like that. Anything that happens that affects your area, you will know exactly what is happening around that area. So those people will not, go and cast their vote for any other person. They will cast their vote for where they have seen something. And if you have done something here today, I think tomorrow, if you are a Nigerian and you are not docile in what you are doing, when you go to next tomorrow, when you get another opportunity, you will go and do in another place. You cannot continue to do it in one place because you know that you have to spread it. Not only one person vote for you. All right, I took this in the other thing. I was telling you about going to Jos here.
Yes.
Now from here to Akwanga. The road now, before it used to take us about 3 or 4 hours before you come from Akwanga to Abuja here. But now, under 1.5 hours, you are already in Abuja. Those people who are on the road, I was discussing with somebody the last time I traveled. I was asking him. I said, have you seen anything on the road as we are going on this road? I said, road access give people life. Look at the type of people that are moving up and down. You see the town you have not seen before, but you are passing through there. You see them open. These are the development we are asking of.
Okay, but Akerele, make we no go. What did they try find out from you from the campaigns?
Yes.
You don't hear the campaigns. The political parties they done the campaign. All of them.
Yes.
I don't know whether you hear answers to the questions because questions they ground. People they talk about questions. ASU,
there are lots of answers to them. Listen, because
do you hear,
what we call it?
My question to you, Akerele. My question to you
yes.
is: do you hear the answers? You hear the answers for the campaigns?
From who? Is it the persons who is giving us what he wants to do for us?
All of the campaigns. You hear answers to the questions where they bother Nigerians. You hear them for all the campaigns so far.
That is what I'm telling you now. I say I've heard some.
Okay. Okay.
So you understand me? Not all, like our analyst is saying this morning, not everything that someone can do. But when somebody is talking reasonably to you, you will understand. I'm not a party man, but I will tell you a little about APC. APC is not, they may not have done everything for us. I think you understand me. But I think they have tried. Because now you can see how, that's why I made, like I did it like just a parable. Telling you that if somebody is doing something that is good, people will try to sabotage it. But if somebody is not doing anything at all, or that is not does not affect anybody, people will not want to spoil what you are doing. But some people will try to put what we call spanner in the wheel of progress. Like Aswaju has told us that he's going to give loan. If you give loan to people to buy or the children to buy laptop to school, yes, or you give loan for people to buy car, yes, would you need to go and steal again? Which means advisedly is fighting corruption.
Yes.
So if you don't what do you call it, mention corruption there, you know advisedly is fighting corruption.
All right, thank you.
And so many things like that. So if all these things are being put together, it's not that maybe you just come, you lament, you don't give us solution. That fuel is scarce and there's no fuel here. How are you going to help us to do that? Now you have seen that the fuel that has been truncated for a long time. There are some political parties who are working against this thing. That is what we must know. Because something that is good, people will try to work against it. Okay, the fuel now is not available now. It's available, but we have been diagnosing this thing the long time ago. I told you that something is behind this thing. We cannot privatize everything. And if you privatize, you must be able to check. And you cannot check without having an outfit. And that is exactly the core problem we are having in Nigeria. People who want to they are jostling up and down now, telling us they sold United. United, what we have from United is empty working. Right. How do you regulate without having an output? If what we call it MTL is still there, then we can say, okay, if you are what you are giving us is too expensive, go to my own outfit and check how much do I give to people to pay. What is my own tariff over there? So, but all this kind of noise, people making noise up and down, I don't buy it. Let people sign their face. If you want to go to somewhere, like the United States of America, when they were voting the Trump there, they thought that they have seen the Messiah. But now the Trump has gone. They have seen that Trump was a disaster. Thank you and good morning.
All right, good morning to you. Thank you, Akerile. Quickly, Dr. Kasim, back to you for inside of the studio here now. The idea of talking by proxy, you could say spokesperson, talk person of Party A, or the spokesperson of Party B, or the Presidential Campaign Council spokesperson. Now, we don't see case of where spokespeople talk something finish. Later, the principal can't later assume office, can't talk, say, I know you no get any time when I tell you like this. Meanwhile, somebody spoke on your behalf. Now, we could talk about talking by proxy versus make we hear from the horse's mouth. You feel, say, so far so good, the candidates themselves, they come out, they own up to the issues where they want to solve. Abi, say this idea of talking by proxies, what do you feel generally about the matter?
Well, you see, the idea of a spokesperson talking on behalf of a principal is not new. Again, it's another ingredient part of democracy because you can't say everything. And there are moments in which you need people to talk about you, to put certain things, out on your behalf. And that's exactly the job of a spokesperson. From the American system of democracy that we copied, that's what happens there. But the reality is that before your spokesperson will talk, he must have cross-checked from you. You must have given that. You must have given that latitude. You must have given that, the go-ahead for your spokesperson to talk about you. So he has to show the brief to you. You must agree with it. You must be in sync with it, so that by the time he goes out, you must be able to defend what your spokesperson has already said. But this is happening. But I wouldn't know. But they
get instances where people don't deny what their spokesperson talk. I don't know whether that one don't even make people come to doubt. Say make we hear from your mouth. Gone.
Well, that's why I said it's not necessary that he has to say all. And most of the leading candidates have deployed their spokesperson, to really explain further their thoughts, their ideas, their opinions, and what they think they can do to add value to the lives of the people. And that's why I said in most rallies, what he just a sprinkle. He just talk about one or two things and then they move on. Because they do know there are other channels of communication, of communicating to the people. And that's exactly what mass communication is all about. Yeah. So spokesperson is not only about giving you, a press release on radio or television. They're also using social media to advance their cause. But if the principal could find out that there are certain things, obviously, that after the release has gone out, that he feel that he need to add, or what we call, in our own set, we call it pep up. You need to pep up certain things. Yeah, he has the right to do that. But it's not about denying outrightly what the spokesperson has said. That is one of the major principles of what we call the channels of communication. So it has to be direct, it has to be meaningful, and of course you have to express it on various platforms for people to understand what you are saying.
For people to understand what you're saying.
Yes.
Now, Mark, we talk about the way the campaigns they go sometimes, because we don't hear somebody go come outside and say, this one they draw, this one for boxers, this one they talk. You go carry money that year. You go all of those accusations, counter accusations, drama. We don't hear them for some time now. Now those things, yes, we know say politics. Sometimes those things, they even for across the world.
It happens. It happens.
Yes,
it happens. But most of the time, you want to be. You want to be at an advantage, but and you want to take advantage of the next person, to sell yourself. So however things that you see that yes, this is good for me. If people have been talking about somebody, a gap here and there, but you find out that all of them are actually doing it. It resonates throughout. But the point is how you have taken what the other person said to your own advantage that matters to you as a candidate. But the other person will also go and look at other areas in which you have also one way or the other. It seems you are not saying what it should be, and he picks that up again to his own advantage. That has been what I've been going. But however, we must urge the leading political parties, the leading candidates, that they owe us a duty to explain to us thoroughly what their programs are. They don't share. Let them share their vision with us much more thoroughly. Let us understand their thinking. Let us understand how they want to develop this country. And say do less of insults, less of abuses, less of stories. At rallies, let us know what we have in store for the people. So that because the people at the end of the day that will decide, that will vote the right candidates. So it's up to the people. But I told you, some of those things that happen as rallies are also what they call, the addition. Some love it. Some people go to rallies only because they probably a Nollywood actor is coming there, or probably one of those musicians is coming there, and they are their favorites.
And then the idea behind bringing those people to attract the crowd.
That is it. So they go there to enjoy themselves. Some of them use rallies, just to unwind.
Yes.
Not really about what the candidate is going to talk about. Of course, because some of them do know that they can also read about the manifestos of the political parties. But somebody wants to say, okay, let me just get in touch with this way. Let me go and see who is this fellow. Let me go and watch him. Let me see his demeanor. Let me see his way of thinking. Let me see his mannerism. Some do go to rally because of that, not necessarily because they want to go and listen to anything about manifestos.
But ideally,
yes,
waiting electorate supposed look out for rallies. Waiting they carry if the campaign train, for instance, of one of the presidential candidates land for this central area now, waiting electorate supposed go there to do waiting they supposed look out for or listen out for rallies and campaigns.
Yeah, obviously what will better their lives, what will add value to their lives, and what will make in the country to progress. That should be the standard. But I keep telling you, the way you see things is not the way I'm saying it. And so we have to give that to the people. Everybody has his own opinion.
Yes.
Everybody has his own ideas. Everybody has his own way of life. That is exclusive to him. So it is not your responsibility to start talking to me what I want. I know what I want. So if I go to a rally, I pick what I want to pick from there, and I go. And that can make me to decide who I'm going to vote for at the end of the day.
All right.
So that's what we call campaigns potpourri.
Potpourri.
Potpourri. Different things will happen there. And some like it.
All right,
but some don't.
Make we see somebody with the who they are showing now this morning. Hello.
That is actually from the calling back again. I just like our resource person this morning. You see, most of these things we are seeing in campaign. It is not all that we are seeing that the spokesman will be able to tell us everything. He has to go through somebody. For example, if you say you are going to do this, you are going to do that, and he is the spokesperson that is doing it, is it the contractor that will be given the work tomorrow to go and do?
All right.
Who is going to do the work? Is it not the contractor that is going to over there to express the idea of that particular spokesperson? It is the person, somebody who is going to work there.
All right.
So walking through people at times is always good to carry people along. But some people believe that there's no need. I'm the be all and end all. It will not work. The society we are now. I told you the other day we are old people. I'm not contesting for any election, but my own is to contribute my quota through my talking, and that has been the way in my life.
All right. I
observe election. I'm a right civil right activist right leader. You understand me? I have my own NGO. But all what we do is all what we are seeing in this thing. But people coming to campaigning and assassination of character.
All right.
You attack people's personality. It is not good.
Okay.
You know, the first time that the vice president of APC went to this, they said he didn't dress well. You see, the dressing code that we are going to follow. Tell us what you are going to do in your own party. You don't even need to criticize somebody, because in your manifesto it's not there that please criticize others to gain favor from people. It is not done. Do tell us what is in your manifesto so that we can talk. People are. Let me tell you, election has been concluded. I'm not saying that there is rigged or something like that, because people now are focused on where to drop their card. They know where they are going to drop their card. You see, somebody whose Thunder has not struck in their house before. We always like to swear with Thunder. Good morning and have a nice day.
Oh yeah, that one's struggle. Hey, I carry low. Anyway, we still on top of the matter. The numbers they are 0903 22 29 797 080 82222 037 0818 22 205. Now the numbers where if it call make we talk. Now the big talk be this one. We check elections, campaigns and rallies and manifestos side by side, the peculiar situations or challenges when Nigerians they face. I would also this morning now.
Good morning, Oracle Citizen FM.
Morning to you, my brother. I greet you specially. Who they talk there so now this morning?
Amba Godwin, Odenjinji.
Amba Godwin, Odenjinji. Where you there since?
Oh, you know what? You know what happened to me now? Since then, I'm not myself. I'm not compose myself well.
All right.
When I lost my mother now.
All right. I they aware.
I've been listening to this my lovely brother that say by your side,
yes,
analysis and all this thing, and the last speaker.
He named Dr. Kasim Akireti.
Yes. Akireti, the last speaker, what he spoke is correct.
Okay.
But what we should look onto, they must have all this our leader or the president, their campaign. They really, some of them really mean what they said or tell us that after they get to the seat, they will do it right. But their cabinet is the problem they have.
Okay.
When they go to that seat, there's something they get to think first. When you give a project, check it, survive the project. When you get there, they'll bring a paper for you, writing for you, and you sign it, and you never turn back to see whether this thing is going right or they are doing well. And people out there that are looking onto you, they are the one doing it. You have signed it for them, you have got out the money, let them go and sort out this thing. But you turn your back completely, and your cabinet, they are there doing the thing that is not pleasing the masses.
Okay.
Pleasing the masses. Like all this road you are seeing here, they'll contract it out. And the person, your cabinet that handle the contract and do this thing, they'll bargain with the contractor. This is the quality of the road. The thickness of the road is 6 inches. And 6 inches is 10 naira. If you reduce it to 4 inches, it's going to be 4 kobo. Your cabinet, your cabinet, they'll say, okay, I better reduce, it's not my father's road.
No, but this thing now, where they talk with Denjinji now, it don't be like say they talk from first-hand experience. I know we not they deny say corruption, no they, but it don't be like say they talk from first-hand experience.
So what I'm trying to tell you is this: like your spokesman, that come to talk on behalf of you, he must sit with you and discuss with you. They'll face one-on-one. This is what I'm going to do for the masses. Go and tell them, I cross my heart. I'll do it when I get to that seat. And the spokesman will come to speak and polish it to enable his God to go and sit there. But when he did there, only a tree cannot make a forest, right? Even as a president, you won't have a cabinet. If your cabinet is good, like the man you have, like when Buhari came, the man that they had that Buhari has, if Buhari can have 10 people and have the same mind, believing me, he is going to surprise the whole country.
All right.
So that's where I'm looking. To cram it all, that any person we are going to vote on or vote to that seat, it should not just go and overlook things. It don't just Nigeria will waste things. Let them survive. Let them checkmate them, follow them up. You see, everything will come to settle itself.
All right.
That's the problem we are facing.
Thank you so
my
much.
brother. Long time.
Thank you, DGG. Thank you. Good to hear from you again. Thank you, my brother, man.
Thank you.
All right. You
see, he has talked about what they call human capital. And we don't have them in short supply in this country. God has blessed Nigeria.
Talk about cabinets.
With human and material resources. One of the candidates of the leading political parties, a lot of people talk about him, about his achievement, about antecedents. And virtually all of them had good antecedents.
Yes.
And I think even one of their spokesperson was talking about, the Bola Tinubu story. So also we also have the Obi story.
Yes.
We also have the Atiku story. We also have the Kwankwaso story. So how well have they impacted in the lives of the people? It matters. And of course, how well do they build their own cabinet? No, the last person I talked about, a very good cabinet. And I'm seeing a situation whereby whoever wins will want to bring the best of Nigerians to see how we can pilot the affairs of this country, how we can put it together, how we can add value to the lives of the people. This is extremely important at this point in time. So if you win an election, you will call for what they call a government of national unity, where you bring everybody on board. And those that are going to be on board should be the top notch. Those who understand can read your mind, can also read what you think you want to do for the people, and can translate your ideas to the good of the people. Because if they do for the good of the people, obviously everybody will have cause to rejoice. So let us see this how this God given opportunity has given to the God given resources human that are given to this country. Let us see how we are going to tap into it. Nigerians are the best crop anywhere. Anywhere you find in Nigeria, it will put in its best to make sure things get better. So those who have to look for those Nigerians, good-spirited Nigerians, don't want to give this country all it takes. They want to give Nigeria all so that we can progress steadily. That is exactly what we want. And they are not in short supply. So whoever wins the election as a president will have to go and look for the best brains. He has to look for people with capacity to deliver his manifestos, his ideas, his thinking for the benefit of Nigerians at the end of the day.
Now, well, nicely said. Anybody will win, he ain't no go walk alone.
Absolutely.
So he go need to go find the best brains anywhere within there. And you talk, say them plenty. And true, then plenty. We get human resources. We get millions of talented Nigerians we go fit to do work. So anybody will win inside any of the forerunners, any of them where we need to find out talented people to work with. I like that one, very solid one, because a solid cabinet, they're very important. All right, so we still there here now. The big talk with this one, 8:46. Now, within time, the talk for inside of the studio here. Super Citizen at Sunrise on Top Citizen FM 93.7 for Abuja. They call me the chief priest. I dare here live with Dr. Kasim Akinreti. He did break things down for us on top of the big talk this morning. We did talk about campaigns and elections, campaigns, manifestos, promises, and make we see whether they really address the matters where they ground, the nature of the campaigns for inside of the country, and how they address the things where they on ground. All right, so the numbers they there to call to put mouth 0903 22 29 797. Now who there so this morning? Good morning to you there.
Good morning, my big brother. This Life Lion from Life Camp.
I greet you, Life Lion from Life Camp. Welcome. Make we hear you quickly.
Yes, so my big brother, I'm very, very grateful to hear from you and my big brother over the studio. But then the election and the campaign. See, Ezemmuoe, I believe that 200 and something millions of Nigerians. What we need now, or what is in our mind now, is nothing but somebody that is coming to campaign should tell us so that we hold what he said and not him. They give us time, give us the year that he will make sure that he fulfills his promise to Nigeria. And since they have been campaigning, I think, if not one or two people, none of them have ever got straightly to tell us that this is what he will do. And he prefers to do it, that we should do this. As mature as others are doing in advanced countries. And secondly, among all the candidates that are campaigning to be a president of Nigeria this year, none of them have ever touched the constitution of this Nigeria. None of them have ever tell us that he is going to make the constitution so that the poor man will be included. We the poor people, we are excluded in this country. Nothing favors us. And none of them coming out have ever made any comment attend that. Why? Now we are the people suffering to make sure that we get PVC to vote them in there. Are we included? After this election, are we included? We are not included, we are excluded. They should put, in fact, I am giving them excuse, and I'm still from now waiting to hear from them.
All right.
God bless my radio station.
Thank you so much, Life Lion from Lifecam. You say they know. So you agree with that? Say you know include poor masses for their campaigns. So far, so good. I don't know whether that one they're accurate.
No, absolutely. I would disagree with the last speaker.
Yes.
Well, but you know, it depends on how the way you look at it. And that's essence of democracy. You know, you don't necessarily need to agree with me. I also agree with him. You know, everything has to do with his own thinking. But what I've seen in the manifestos of all political parties is that there are groundswell, you know, of issues they want to put across to address the challenges of this country. We can't take it away from virtually all of them. But accentuating that particular, you know, the manifesto to the benefit of the people, you know, it's what will matter most after the election. And that's more reason why you need people with character, people who can really deliver, people who can interpret and translate that manifesto for the benefit of the people. And they are bound virtually everywhere in all the political parties. So what we are going to do is, so, you know, what is something we call head hunting. You have to go and look for the best.
Head hunt.
It's absolutely that's exactly what you are going to do. So once you do head hunting effectively, you are going to get a good result at the end of the day. So it's not going to be business as usual. I can tell you that for free. And the media also has a very huge role to play. You know, monitoring what is going on, making our leaders accountable to the people. So we need to do what we call to check some of those things that they are saying. Fact check even some of these. We think they are wrong, they are not getting the facts right. We'll put it across that no, you are getting this wrong. If they are getting it right, yes, you are getting it right. But how do you deliver for the good of the people? That is what matters most at the end of the day. And so the media has a huge role to play in this respect. And so that's one reason why we don't need to dance to the gallery. We need to face the issue frontally for the benefit of the people, because people matters most in the development of any country. Let us see, for a very good example is, why do we have myriads of abandoned projects? Why? So if you have all these abandoned projects, how do we complete these abandoned projects for the benefit of the people? That should be one area we have to focus on. So each of the parties, whether of the candidate that wins the election, how do we tell him, look here, there are certain things in certain areas which can be very good for the people if those projects are completed. And my brother also said that, he has not ever heard them talking about the poor. But if you look at their manifestos and part of the campaign that have been talking, some of them have been addressing these issues. Some of them will say, okay, we're going to see how people will get student loans, isn't it? But someone say, no. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see how we can restructure the system for the benefit of the people. Well, some will say, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the country from consuming economy to production. So they have been talking about some of these issues. We can't deny that. So to say that they have not said anything about the poor, I think I disagree with
totally accurate.
No,
okay, so quickly before we round up, we need to round up now. But waiting need to change for our election. Waiting be that thing for our campaigns. All right, waiting be that thing we need to change. We need to stop. To change them, because we don't the 20 from 1999. All right, go reach this 2023. It gets certain things when they be say people go to see for election for during campaign period. People they see during campaign period, especially some people go talk to maybe abusing. You'd already talked that one, but make we talk generally before we go use that one. Take round up. What need to change for our campaigns for this?
What will change? Let us stop all these abuses. Let us focus on the issues that are germane to the needs of the people. Now, people want to see how we're going to put food on the table. People want to see how we are going to create employment. People want to see how we are going to build, our industry, how we're going to build the capacity of the infrastructure. Those are the things people want to hear. How do you go about it? What are that's what concerns the people. So let us talking about stories. What has happened. Bygone. Let us look forward.
The future.
Let us be focused to the future of this country, because Nigeria is great. It's a great nation. The potentials are there. And so all we need is someone that will translate these potentials for the benefit of the people. And that's more reason why, if Nigeria is able to make it, Africa, will make it. And so that's why we need a strong leader. A leader with a purpose, a leader with a vision, and a leader that will translate the ideas that he has
to reality
for the good of the people.
All right, well said. Thank you so much, Dr. Kasim Akinreti, senior journalist and of course public affairs analyst, Sabi man. When it be say from how you they talk, you gonna say yes, no be small pikin, you know what you need to talk. And then thank you so much, High Tech join us. We hope we go call you again, maybe sometime within the week, next week. You go stay there with us, make sense out of some of the matters where they the news. Thank you so much. Yusef, we don't follow us. Shout out to you there. Everybody, we don't call us. Now here we go pumpy. On top of the matter, shout out to we call us them. We don't they follow us since on Live Lion to Akerele, to everybody we don't call us this morning there. Shout out to you there. And make we do them again tomorrow. Same time from 6 o'clock with the bust out atop Super Citizen at Sunrise. Go reach at 9 o'clock. Alright, 9 o'clock we they enter the newsroom. Before me go back on Gongo Adin Jamaica, remember for you say for this life, if you know pursue something if pursue you, because life na gaga. And make you remember, say inside of this country where we get now we own country where we be. We no go cut we head because we get headache. The name where my papa and my mama give me a scarf, but they call me the chief priest. We'll go jam again tomorrow on top of peace, not for pieces. Make gonna get a better morning.
Abuja. Wake up. Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this is your station. Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM.
The issues.
Everybody respected that because it was coming from the president.
Theory behind it, the way the people took the battle in their